Greetings, friend. How are you doing today? The last few videos, I have been sharing about Kaizen, the Japanese principle that the continuous, consistent, positive changes will create continuous improvement and at the end will allow us to reap major benefit. And Kaizens, to practice Kaizens, there are 5 fundamentals that come along with that. And we share about the first 4, the last 2 days. And the fifth principle, the fifth fundamental of Kaizen is actually suggestions for improvement, or in other words, having feedbacks. And that's something we know that it's very important if we want to grow. There is a saying that feedback is the breakfast of champions, because if we don't have feedbacks, we will never know if we're doing something wrong or something that can be improved, is what the way I call it, instead of something wrong, as well as if we're doing something great that can be made, that we want to continue and in many times still improve and make it even better as well. So having suggestions of improvement or having feedback is the 5th principles of Kaizen. Now this is again something that when we're doing business, when we are at workplace, a lot of workplace actually do a systematic feedback system, which is really, really good. But what about as we apply this into our own life, into our personal life, and if we are doing a business on our own, if we are a solopreneurs, how do we utilize feedback and how do we receive feedback? Well, the first things is we simply ask. We simply ask, and this could be in our work as a solopreneur. We ask others to provide feedback to us, but also in relationship, in health, in a lot of other fields. My sweetheart and I actually provide feedback to each other. I have this practice of once a year, and it probably can be more frequent, but once a year we just write down feedback for each other, as well as from time to time we just sit down and have feedback for each other. It's not criticism, we're not attacking each other, and sometimes the feedbacks is and a lot of time actually it's really, really great. Wow, you've done this and I see you grow in this way and so forth. But it's actually we actually practice feedback. We're doing feedback for each other, and this is in relationships, with personals, with friends, with romantic relationships, and we simply just ask people to provide us feedback, and if they like to, we provide them feedback as well. Thank you, friend. And this is something we can do in other field of our life. In health, it's very easy to have feedback. It's the results that we have, that we just look at the result. If it is being healthy, if being more flexible, as we practice things, we have feedback. So whether it is in business, whether you work with a group of people, having suggestions for improvement, and as well as being, if we are a solopreneur, we can ask our customer, we can ask our colleagues. The other is the other thing, that to provide feedbacks to us. And if it is in our personal relationship, we definitely can ask our friends and our family and our loved one to provide feedback to us. And we ask people that we know that has our interest, our best intentions. And the way I ask for feedback, in particularly in relationships, like in romantic relationships, I actually ask the person, because sometimes when you are close to somebody, you don't want to hurt their feeling or something like that. So I actually specify, please provide me at least 3 things where I can improve, and provide me 3 things, if you have 3 things, or you can have more, that I'm doing great. So the persons you are asking feedback, particularly for personal relationships, will actually have to sit down and say, okay, well, you know, one thing that one time I was told, actually more than one time, it took me a lot of time to practice it, well, is to smile more and to laugh more. And I said, okay, well, month it's like, okay, the next year it was like, oh, you have improved and you smile more and you laugh more, but you can still smile more and laugh more. We could be, in general, most of us can smile more and laugh more, right? And be more joyful, and then and be more happy, or something, whichever it is. And so, and we take it with gratitude. And then that's the last thing that is not in Kaizen principle. It is not in the Kaizen fundamentals. So Kaizen says five fundamental. And what I'm going to share with you is actually something that when I read this, I said, this is such a wonderful practice and such wonderful principle. But what one thing that I would add into that with me practicing this in my own life is to have frequent appreciations and gratitude. And then that is to have frequent appreciations and gratitude. We can receive feedback, we can provide feedback, and a lot of time, even if when we provide positive feedbacks, it's different if we just simply have has appreciations and we do it frequently. Every time it applies, we provide a frequent appreciations, and it is actually changed our relationship. I have seen this change in my own life and in other people's life, but it's changed in my own life, in my relationship when I work with others, even in my relationships in day-to-day life. Just frequent appreciations. For some, it will help the people in the grocery store, the clerk in the grocery store, feel appreciated, and it makes their days better, and it's back to being a person of increase, and and actually will remember you and be nice to you as we are being nice to them. And so frequent appreciations and gratitude is the one thing that I would add into this wonderful, amazing practice of Kaizens, where it is it's providing providing way for us to be able to have consistent, continuous practice and improvement, positive changes, little by little, that at the end of the day, moments to moments, at the end of the day, we can look to our day and say, yep, that's a great day. And at the end of the month, that's a great month. And at the end of the year, we have a wonderful, great year. And so it's a practice that we can do the 5 Kaizen principles with my sprinkles of frequent appreciations and gratitude in there. And this is Birgit with From Grieving to Joyful Living. Please share in the comments below if you'd like on how you would put this practice of the Kaizen principle plus the frequent appreciation and gratitude in your life. Feel welcome to share this with a video with anyone that you'd like. And I so appreciate you for watching this video. I appreciate your support and I love you very, very much. I'm so grateful for you and your friendships and your presence. And I thank you very, very much. Please feel welcome, of course, to share your feedback in the comments below as well. And I look forward to see you again very soon.